Hey, it's Al, otherwise known as the Marketing Blondie, and I make videos about social media and internet marketing. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the importance of building a community online and why followers will only get you likes, but a community will get you sales. So let's just dive straight in because we need to talk about this. So I don't think that people are really talking enough online about how to build a community on social media rather than just building a following. I think that a lot of people, when they start their business journey, they think following. How do I get more followers? I need a following. Whereas I think that we should be focusing more on how can I create a community? How can I build know, like, and trust factor? How can I better one more relationship today? How can I get one more genuine friendship or connection today? And seriously, I think that it's killing off a lot of budding entrepreneurs and coaches because they're kind of focusing too much on a following rather than a community. So these would be my top 3 tips for building a community as opposed to a following. And this is kind of what I'm doing in my own business, so you know that I am actually practicing what I preach here. So number 1 is creating a space online for people to group together privately. So obviously you can do this in real life as well, but that's a little bit old school, especially post 2020. We're in the online space, we're doing online coaching, we've got online courses, digital products, all of that. So let's just focus on the online aspect for now. So you want to be creating a space online. I'm just reading my notes over here, so if I keep glancing over there, that's why. For people to kind of group together. And this is because it's quite hard to build a community when other members in the community can't see each other and can't communicate with each other. So if it's very much just one-to-one, you and that person, you and that person, you and that person, there's not much of a community feel there. It's very, like, somebody might just feel like it's very, very much just them, which is why I've got a couple of Facebook groups. I've got my free group, and then obviously I've got my paid group for the members of the Social Coach Club. So a community where members can actually interact with each other is very, very attractive, because especially when you own an online business or you are an online coach or whatever, I think that a lot of our friends and family don't really get the hype. Like, they don't really get what we do. Maybe you've tried talking to your friends and family about your coaching business or your course, and maybe they still kind of think it's a scam, or maybe they still kind of think that you're in some pyramid scheme, or maybe they just think that this is something that you're going to get bored of after a while, and then you're going to go and get a regular job, or you're going to start something else. And certainly for me, I just do not ever talk about this with anyone in my real life, like anyone personal to me. The majority of the wonderful conversations that I have about this industry and this business are online in another community, because that's the only place really where I can meet other people. There's no one in my real personal life who kind of does what I do and are excited about the things that I'm excited about. So when you have a kind of a central hub where people can just come and unwind and chat to each other and share their experiences and share their passions, we like being part of clubs, we like being part of communities, we don't want to leave. It's like we feel accepted into that community. Some of us, for the first time in our lives, will feel like we're accepted into a group where we've never been before. So that's really, really powerful as well. So make sure that when you're creating your online space for people to meet and congregate and talk and share ideas and chit chat, share things about the business, whatever, make sure that it is a safe space. So just be on top of, anyone in there who shouldn't really be in there, or letting anyone in who has maybe an ulterior motive. You want to make it a really safe, secure and nurturing and welcoming place for your community to thrive and be happy. So number 2 about that is enable and encourage networking, building relationships, collaborations, and conversations to happen within that space. I kind of already just talked about that, but and really encourage that. You want to make sure that people are having discussions. You want to make sure that people are talking with each other. Collaborations between the members of your community benefits them. So if they get access to a community, and then that also gives them access to an audience and loads of other people who they can network with, build great relationships with, and maybe even one day kind of collaborate with that person. Maybe they can interview each other on a podcast or whatever. That benefits them, and that's gonna help them grow their business and help them be more successful. And they got all that down to your community. So if you didn't have that online space where people could get together, they would have never have met that other person. So at the moment, I'm only really doing this using Facebook groups. I don't really like Facebook. I'm only back on Facebook for the business. I haven't used Facebook personally since about 2009. I've heard some rumours about Instagram groups I haven't heard anything since. I would be really interested to see how they would work that concept into the app. I can't see how it would work right now, but I'm really, really keen to see. And I've also thought about maybe having my own app for my own coaching business one day that has features on it where people can gather. Maybe they create an account, and then they can post things in the app, and they've got their own little profiles in the app and things like that. So I'm not sure, obviously I'm just thinking out loud. That's not anything that's going to happen anytime soon, but yeah, I definitely want to keep that kind of online space like a Facebook group. And obviously if I ever move off of Facebook groups, I would like to take that somewhere else. And the third thing that I want to discuss is to put an emphasis on group activities within the space. So group calls, group coaching calls, a Q&A session, hot seat coaching, interviews, and even co-working sessions between, maybe you could host a session where you can all work on your content together for an hour or 2 hours, almost kind of working in an office, where you're surrounded by people and you can chat to other people. And if you're thinking, I want to post this, but I'm not sure, what should I say, or anyone got any ideas for the caption, it's people are just there and they can be hey, I can help you. So yeah, I think making it very, very interactive and like a home, like a hub, like a club, community, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. You want to be treating your community like they are VIPs. So anything new that you bring out, paid or free, if it's free, give them early access to it. If it's paid, give them early access and an early bird price, discounts. You want to be holding things back from general members of the public, and only giving people in your community exclusive content and exclusive resources. So if you could exclusively give your community a resource that you've made, a digital resource that's really, really helpful, you're not displaying it to the world on YouTube or on your podcast or on your Instagram saying, hey, I've got this thing, but you're literally saying to them, hey, I've got this thing that I'm only going to give to you guys because you're in the community. And again, it just gives people that sense of being special. They're getting value from it. I think if people are getting value from being in your community, obviously it's you're never going to be able to build a community by just thinking of it as a one-sided thing. So if you go into it thinking I'm gonna have such a big audience, I'm gonna make loads of sales, what can I get from the community? No, it's more about what they can get from you as much as it is what you can get from them. It really, really is about serving your community. That's why I have kind of my mantra of find your voice, serve your people, sell with ease, because serving your people will filter into just selling with ease. And that's what I would say about once you've built a community of raving fans, selling with ease will happen because they will just buy from you, because they won't be interested in buying from anyone else or even looking to see what someone else has. They will be devoted to you, they will be loyal to you, and they will trust you that whatever they buy, they're going to get value from you. So everything that you ever give them, free or paid, is like top tier value. It's so good and it solves a problem for them and it over delivers. Then anything that you bring out, they're going to be like, yep, take my money. I do it with my own, with other communities that I'm in, leaders in other communities that I'm in. They release something, I know it's going to be good. I'm already invested. I was committed like 4 weeks ago. So those are my thoughts on building a community versus building a following. I hope you found that useful, and I will see you in the next video.